Welcome back, everyone, to DreamHack Dallas here for King of Fighters 15. I am King Jomber, joined by Ajax, and we got a few more matches set up for you guys to get our qualifications for top 8. It has been an absolutely crazy tournament so far.
100%, Jomber. Like you said, getting that coveted position in top 8 to compete for that $5,000 prize pool brought to you, of course, by DreamHack and SNK here today. It will be happening, of course, at top 8 tomorrow. Let me clarify on that. But an incredible run from everybody to get to this point. We've seen some amazing upsets. We've seen some amazing play for people so far, but only a few positions left at that round table to compete for that money.
Yep, and so this is it. These are the last few qualifiers. We have about 2 or 3 more matches left for you guys, so it's going to get even more high stakes.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. We just saw incredible matches a little while ago. We saw our first Game 3 set that finally happened not that long ago, which was awesome. But r//'s amazing performance, able to get him into top 8 on the loser side of things. But of course, like we said, we still have a few more still to go. We had some incredible runs on the winner side of things. We're going to see the return of the Robert Angel. Thank you so much for that. Again, of course, appreciate it. Appreciate the crowd. You see deep, heavy breaths, of course, coming in. Try and keep that stress level down, because this is going to be your final chance to get yourself to that Sunday bracket.
Also, that's a nice shirt.
That is actually a nice shirt.
Just had to point that out.
Actually,
The floral
both of them.
print? But here we go. It's going to be Silent versus Alpha Letter Soup, which is still a crazy good name.
I love that name. Alpha Letter Soup, I believe, went down to Yoshi in the qualifier to top 16, rocking the Jokio and Terry. So high damage output team. First Terry we've seen all day, too. Looked like a button check coming out from the both of them. But Silent, I'm trying to remember who Silent went down to, because I remember Silent looking very good, but just wasn't able to do enough. I think it was, I want to say Reynold or Violent Kane. It was one of the two of them. But Silent looked really good earlier. It was just that it got to the point where it's help me mode, like you're playing not to lose because you're getting pressured. But he had really good damage output from the Robert, and the most impressive part was the corner game that he had with the Angel.
Yeah, because Angel is normally way strong in mid-screen, which can drop that big elbow on you, mix you up left and right, but doing an incredibly good job just locking down in the corner and getting a ton of damage off of it, so hopefully we get to see even more Angel action.
Yeah, and meanwhile, on the other side of things, we talk about, Terry, like, we don't really see that much Terry now. So the first Terry we're seeing actually here, at least that I've seen so far today in the bracket, got a little bit of a change, but still a high damage output character. You always have to respect the EX crash shoot when the damage does happen afterwards. Yeah. But he is a snowball-based character like we were talking about on stream, we were talking about with Clark.
Yes.
Very similar aspect here.
Yeah, and Terry is still just good, right? Yeah. He definitely got toned down. The EX crack shoot got toned down from earlier in the last patch, but he's still just a solid character all around, has great buttons, still does a ton of damage. It's just now you don't see him as often because, we got Cronin.
Yeah, that's actually pretty much the main answer for it. But we're going to see the Robert show back up, of course, was doing so good. Such a great point-based character. We talk about, having that Shoto style character who kind of just does everything good. Like Robert being that character and very good at controlling jump-ins, but how do you deal with that with the pace control and the tempo range that you have to deal with off of Joe?
Yeah, I mean, Joe with some of the strongest fireballs in the entire game, especially that EX fireball, a little bit easier to jump over now, but so far, Silent doing a pretty good job jumping CD. There's the rush down into the throw. Already has Joe in the corner, spacing there with the CD, able to put...
Oh my god, catching himself, wake up, look, every drop combo is a happy little reset. Gets him still keep with the pressure, but gets out with the knee and try to back him up. You have to respect jump CD as well from Joe too, because that's going to push you towards the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. And that jump CD, like you said, is pushing even further towards the corner right now. Finally answering the jump CD there with a DP, but just a regular CD into fireball, into even bigger fireball. And I love that. That was a checkmate situation. You throw out the fireball. If they block it, they're getting chipped out. And then you chase them down because if they roll, you can just get that to be punished. Picture perfect stuff.
Perfectly broken down for there was a no-win scenario there unless he literally just didn't throw the fireball. So Silent barely taking any damage on the side of Robert. Here we go, big DP coming in from Keo. He has to get something going. We saw the mix-up game really solid earlier from Violet Kane. We need to see something very similar from Alpha Letter Soup here.
Yeah, and you saw that Silent tried to go for that neutral jump to bait out the DP. Alpha Letter Soup wasn't biting, but the moment that Silent jumps forward, that DP comes out, and there we go. Robert is gone, and Kyo is going to gain a ton of health.
I like that.
There.
I'm just going to win 3 3 air airs in a row, so now you don't want to jump anymore. So, all right, let me just go ahead and snatch you up real quick. How you doing? Where my hug at? So, oh wait. Here comes Angel. Where my hug at? But so, Angel, very big problem that happened earlier with the damage output. We see a very similar situation. Gets a cross up. Yeah, watch your
that deep cross up, the elbow just hitting right on the dome, and this is the amount of damage that this character can deal out. Tries to go for another cross up there. Guard cancel comes out. That's a really smart decision. You want to create some space. You want to control neutral against this character.
Yeah, I'm spending that power on that. I'm not trying to block that anymore. I've been cooked 3 times in a row, but there's the grab, gets sent over to the corner. But like you were saying, the neutral game is still so good. He's getting so much range coverage, but now it's Kyo's turn. Big whip. No whip punish there on the DP.
Chases down the guard cancel though, and then goes for the side swap into the CD. Look at that, blocking 2 cross-ups there.
They're getting caught on the overhead finally at the end. Like, you can block so many times in a row, but the pressure game from Silent has been so good. Not too much damage taken, but you saw it looked like Alpha Letter Soup starting to wake up a bit there as it's going on. High damage output, available still though for Terry. He can absolutely get back into this.
And I really like the answer that we saw from Alpha Letter Soup there. When Silent tried to go for the crossover, was just jump back button, right? Don't even attempt to hold it. Just try and escape, because you know that Silent is going to want to go for that elbow. And there we go. Are you okay?
Absolutely not. Not after that. Now you got to respect the 5D. Oh, never mind. He 5D checked him multiple times in a row to try and keep him grounded, and at the very end, said, I may be full screen from you. I'm just going to run up and grab you. Did it to me.
The science says the farther that you run, the more likely the throw is to land.
That's how he went down in the last character, too. Anything you could do, I could do better. 5D checks again, but the difference here is it's Elizabeth. So if you do that too much, you're going to get whip punished for it.
Yeah, and Elizabeth has a full wallet, just burning a hole in her pocket. That could have been the opportunity. Unfortunately dropped. Oh, picks it up here, though. What a nice confirm. Unfortunately, not going to do too much damage is what I would say, but they threw up the level 2.
Yeah, and you know what? At least he still got the damage on, because he dropped that free punish before, but not this time. Spending all the cash. We got plenty of money in the bank account to get it done. We are here on vacation, but we still having a good time. That Elizabeth got it done at the end. The Terry was starting to look a little bit dangerous, but easily the best character so far we're seeing. Of course, this is Angel. If he, that was putting in amazing amount of work. I think he can still get to a game 3 with how good the Robert and the Angel were looking.
Yeah, a lot of people will debate on where Angel really belongs in the tier list. Normally you see her placed lower, but I think that's just because she's so difficult, right? She takes a specialist to play her. She has that entire Unchained series where she can just loop into like 6 different options. Yeah. So sometimes it's really difficult to deal with the offense if the opponent really knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I think it's the meta that we're around, right? Because we're starting to see more zoning happen. So it's a hard deal to have to want to commit to something like that. But when she does get hits, it hurts. And no punish there on the jump in, coming in for the tornado, air to air, pushing Joe into the corner. This is now Silent's turn to get there, but I like the guard cancel. Just get that space again.
All right, this is Alpha Letter Soup's chance. There's a nice DP there. Goes right into a run-up sweep. Just trying to play this fireball game here. Just needs one more touch to get rid of Robert, and the trade is going to do it.
And trying to get, and you saw too how Silent, he was looking for standing CD so he can get a lot of damage in the corner. He was right there ready to cash out the big Robert combo. Luckily for Alpha Letter Soup, that did not happen.
Yeah, we're talking about that zoning meta here, so we're probably going to see Alpha Letter Soup play a little bit of a zoning game against Angel. You do not want to allow her to get in, but she has those long-reaching buttons for jumping in. Stays same side here and actually catches Alpha Letter Soup. This is going to be a ton of damage.
That's if he gets a chance to. He's not going to be able to get a chance to at this point. So much damage on. It's going to be very close. And no, it's going to get it at the very end. So didn't even need to bother to wait to bait out that DP, spend all that. And I completely agree with it, because you got rid of the Joe. You're back to an even position. And the Angel was dealing with the Kyo.
But Kyo immediately getting a nice low here, going straight into the Record Series. Going to push all the way to the corner. Just a standing CD is going to counter hit. Here's the Shatter Strike. Wants to confirm the combo, but drops the next conversion.
Still keeps it his turn, though. It's still his turn to play. He have to back off there. The pressure string was now done. Goes for the cross-up. Good blocks. Goes for the double-up again. He's now blocking those more often.
Oh, and just immediately goes for the leg breaker. Jumps in, the guard cancel backwards. Isn't he quite able to get the punish, though, with the 2A. With DP, but no punish from Silent. Tried to go for a cross up there.
Oh my god, everybody's dropping everything. Goes for the air-to-airs, and he gets him trying to jump out at the very end. Kyo gets rid of him. Silent shaking his head a little bit. Alpha Letter Soup, you can see, that universal, the button tap. It's like, all right, I'm about to go into my own musical. The way that he's waking up.
It was a hell of a scramble there, so these players, they need to slow it down just a little bit, or I guess I should say the Alpha Layer Soup needs to start to slow it down and control the pace. They have to close out Silence Elizabeth.
And look at the way he's doing it right now, Jobber, punching him square in the face multiple times. Every trade is in favor of you, and there he goes with Trick Series again, spreads the bar!
Level 2, was this gonna be enough? Absolutely is. There we go, going up 1-1 now, getting down to the wire. This is where you start to sweat.
I think this is one of those moments where you pause. Like, you stop, you think for yourself for a second, okay, I can still do this, but I kind of got cooked at the end there. He was waking up a bit, and he was good, like, he stopped my jump-ins. Literally, I couldn't move at one point. Yes. And also, he was blocking all the crosses from Angel, right? So now you go for more mix-ups. Maybe you start going for more grabs. Maybe you start going for more, like standing pressure, because he wasn't ever trying to bait a DP, but he was constantly pressuring to the point where, like, eventually a DP could happen, but there was never a grab in the mix of that. So I think we see that maybe come out here in this final game as an answer.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes, but before that, we have to get through Robert and Joe.
The jump CDs, yeah, just holding your ground, just waiting.
Now the roll backwards there from Alpha Letter Soup to try and create just a little bit of space, ending a lot of these block strings too with the fireball, which is fine right now since Silent doesn't have the meter to go for the guard cancel.
I like Alpha Letter Soup just constantly trying to regain that space. Like, I'd rather play the zoning game right now and bait you on your approach and win that way. 5D checking him on his jumps. He's getting a lot of good pokes here, Jobber.
Yeah, absolutely, and each of these pokes are going to start to add up, pushing him even further towards the corner, but finally Alpha Letter Soup is able to get something going, but back into this neutral game where Alpha Letter Soup has been consistently winning.
Oh, does not get the standing CD he was hoping for to try and get some damage on. Robert having a very bad time here. At least gets a fireball, stops him, gets so low. Wait a minute, EX kicks.
Yep, gets the uppercut as well, pushing towards the core, baits out the DP. Beautiful stuff from Silent.
That moment right there can make or break a run sometimes. You know that it's coming down to the wire. You're on game 3. You're trying to make sure that you don't drop the first character, and he gets the bait on it. Luckily though, the Kyo was immaculate in that last round.
Well, so far, the Kyo's not doing too great of a job against Robert. Just got sent back there with the CD, but there's a hell of an EXDP.
And now jumping in on me for free. Let's go for the area game, but at this point, Silent can just play the fireball game to get as much damage as he wants. Like, you're on borrowed time with Robert. Or maybe not. Robert got that. Robert owns as many businesses as he wants. He can stay on the clock as long as he feels like it. Closing out with the DP.
Yeah, and one really strong thing about Robert is just having the juggle anywhere properties on those EX leg kicks. Baits out the DP yet again with a backdash. Silent is looking better than they have so far in this match.
100%. Alpha Letter Soup's got to bear down now. Burning Knuckles to start, maybe just get something going. But all right, just giving him that space. You have to be so careful because every one of Silent's characters capitalizes on you jumping in too much.
And there's the run up into the neutral jump guard cancel just to escape the corner here from Alpha Letter Soup, but unfortunately they get put right back in, able to get their quick max mode cancel and shut down Robert. And you know what? It may have been a pretty expensive way to get rid of Robert, but you do have to get rid of that.
Exactly.
Character.
You're on the edge of your seat. You're literally at the very end of what could be your run here. But we've seen crazy things happen. We've seen we've already seen a few times earlier today where people have brought it back from one character, where we almost saw an OCB with Chris into the reverse. So it could still happen here.
Yeah, I mean, all Terry needs is Meter of a Dream. Right now they have the Dream and they're working on that meter, but doing a pretty good job dealing with Angel right now.
Oh, here we go. It's time for Silent to play. Stay same side this time. Doesn't go for the cross-up. Saves the same side for the very end.
Level
Spends
3.
the climax, and that's going to be Silent taking a full trip into the loser side top 8.
Oh no, the camera cut away from it too. How tragic.
You know what? I was looking forward to that this whole top 8, and you took it away from me.
That's all Ajax wanted.
It's okay. Appreciate the cameraman. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. So, incredible run, of course, from Silent, getting himself into that loser side of top 8. Alpha Letter Soup had an amazing run as well, but getting shut down at the end, it was the Robert at the end. We were talking about how good that Angel was this whole time, but the Robert, man, like, he just could not close it out. He just couldn't close it out.
Yeah, he absolutely stepped up there with Robert, was doing such a good job of the placement of those standing CDs. Also just 2B into EX Tatsu over and over and over for the optimal punish, and that is a one-hit confirm that he was doing, right? If if he was blocked on that, he was going to explode, but it just kept working every single time in his favor. So congratulations, able to qualify for loser side top 8.
Remember, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep going, of course, with that same stuff. But that was our final qualifier for top 8 for the stream here today. That is it for some KOF for today. But remember, top 8 is tomorrow. We are not done here on the stream, of course, because up next, we're going to be taking a trip over to Guilty Gear Strive.
Absolutely, Guilty Gear, close to my heart, the reason why I joined fighting games, so make sure to tune in for that, guys, and make sure to tune in tomorrow for some more KOF action. I am King Jobber, joined today by Ajax. Absolutely wonderful doing commentary with you.
Likewise with you.
And you guys have a great one. Stick around.